Hey guys, wanted to bring you another YouTube video on the Super Bowl matchup for Super Bowl 55. Pretty much early predictions and guesses, and especially just finished the NFC and AFC championship. Quick recap: Tampa Bay beat Green Bay at Green Bay. So Tampa Bay is going to be the first team to ever host a home game Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. And then you have uh, Kansas City won their home game against Buffalo Bills. Really, I thought both games was going to be a lot closer, but wasn't very as thrilling with the Kansas City or the Bills. But definitely with Green Bay and Tampa Bay, that was definitely a close one. Uh, Especially early on, it looked like it could be a runaway because the way Tampa Bay was playing, they looked pretty good. And it just, I think Tom Brady kind of kept it close with those three interceptions. Aaron Rodgers threw those picks to help. So in the end, it's going. I think most people want the Green Bay Packers versus the Chiefs. Obviously, could be repeat of the old history of Super Bowl one. But in the end, it was Tom Brady, Tampa Bay, you could say, how you trademark it, is catching steam. So I just think it's kind of ironic that it is kind of like the old quarterback versus the new and up and coming quarterback. There's some interesting early stats and stories you could take a look. Um, Tom Brady was the last quarterback I think they said to go back to back was the Patriots, and it's been a while. So Tom Brady was the one that took them there, a very young Tom Brady, if you might add. And so Patrick Mahomes, and I did the same video when he beat my Niners. He looks like, I'm not going to say he's the Michael Jordan of NFL up and coming, but he can be a once in a lifetime generational player. And that's saying a lot because he did get that big contract. And if he is able to carry that team with that contract, that says a lot too. Because again, that unlike the other sports, they actually have a hard cap where you have a salary cap you have to oblige. But so if the quarterback's taking up a lot of salary, that quarterback better be good to carry that team. So, and that's where again where I gotta tip my hat off for Tom Brady because he's always been willing to try to keep his salary as cap friendly as possible to help build a team around him to win. And so, I mean, the 10th Super Bowl, that's amazing accomplishment. I mean, there's so many crazy things for Tom Brady. How many NFC or and AFC championships since he's played in both divisions. How he's the fourth quarterback to take two different teams to a Super Bowl. Peyton Manning is one of them. Kirk Warner. Who's the third one? I'm probably gonna remember after this video, but and now Tom Brady. They said there's four. Um, so I thought that was amazing for him to be able to take two teams to the Super Bowl. Um, Now again, Peyton Manning was able to win the two separate times. Um, and again, that's very hard to do to win for different teams. Especially it is his first year being there. So, but I don't know if he could pull it off because he is playing against Patrick Mahomes, the up and coming. So it is against old school versus new school, old coming and new coming quarterbacks. So I think it will probably be a high scoring game. I feel like. Um, so they are the is one of the few times Tom Brady is considered underdog for the Super Bowl, and this is the same case. I've already seen the lines. Tampa Bay are +3, which means the books are giving him 3 points, the Tampa Bay. So that means they think it could be a close game, but the Chiefs would win by three. Um, so if you think, I don't know, again, I think Chiefs are looking way too good, and especially with 2 weeks rest, especially it's great timing for Patrick Mahomes, especially with that toe concern. Um, but one of their offensive line, Fisher, went down in the Buffalo game, so that could hurt their line. Um, I think it comes down to who's healthy in that game. Uh, you really can't call who's going to win it now because the hard part is with everything going on with the pandemic, you're going to have to consider if there's going to be any players that could potentially miss out time because of COVID protocols. So that's another issue. If any players miss out. So if I had to pick, if you're telling me to pick right now, I would say I'm going to go with the Chiefs because they should be healthy by then. I know Fisher, their offensive line, is hurt and out, but because Patrick Mahomes is so mobile and be able to find his players, Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, there's a lot of weapons on there, but so does the Buccaneers. I think it's going to be a close game. I think the Vegas books have it right. Probably 3 points is right. Um, so yeah, I would definitely go again with the Chiefs because I think even though they're considered the road team because it's in Tampa Bay, um, I just think Patrick Mahomes is too good. But if anyone could beat Patrick Mahomes, I think just for one game, you could probably count on Tom Brady. That's where I think he could. He's probably going to try to take a look at his 3 interceptions because that's the first times he's thrown 3 interceptions like back to back to back in 3 possessions. So he's definitely going to try to clean that up. Probably watch a lot of film and see how things go. I can't remember if Antonio Brown will be better, but I think he's out because he was out of this game, I believe, with the knee. So, I mean, that's another thing. So, this 2 week period will definitely help, and that's where I think you're going to see who's going to be the healthier team. What's going to come down to who's going to be out. So, yeah, I would. This is a pretty good matchup. Honestly, the final four of the Bills, Packers, Chiefs, and Tampa Bay, I was happy with any combination. To be honest, I thought there was a lot of great storylines that you can't go wrong with. So, uh, like I said, I know most people want the Packers versus the Chiefs, but I was happy with any combination. It's going to be a great storyline either way. I know my team's not in it, but again, it's probably going to be less stressful for me to watch it. So again, I just hope it's going to be a great game. I think it could be again with the high profile quarterbacks and then a high scoring game. It should be pretty fun to watch. I think. Um, but I just wish it was going to be a full crowd, but we can't have that this year again. So hopefully things get better. Um, and I know that first responders supposedly could get up to 14,000 tickets. So if you're a first responder, I would go ahead and definitely take a look at that because they're giving out free tickets for that too. And then like only another 7,500 to actual fans. So it's going to be hard to get tickets for those, but if you're a first responder, you might have the better chance out of all the fans and everything like that. And I believe it's free for all first responders, but I don't know if it's based on raffle or invite only. Like maybe certain hospitals, like throughout the country, might get a little bit of invites here and there. So if you are again first responders, definitely take a look at that. Try to take advantage of it because again, it's the Super Bowl. Those tickets are usually pretty expensive. I don't think you could resell your ticket if you did get chosen to go, but at least you get that experience, especially. But I mean, if your team is in it, you'll definitely probably enjoy it. If your team's not in it, hey, at least you could say you've on your bucket list said that you've been to a Super Bowl. So again, go ahead and hit that like button. Thanks for all those new subscribers, and thanks for all the support. Continue watching. Again, we post videos as much as we possibly can. Definitely Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Again, go ahead and hit that like button to help the algorithm, and definitely appreciate all the support and love. And definitely, if you watch through this whole thing, again, together we can build a better tomorrow. Thanks.